What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
The Titan Games, hosted by The Rock on NBC. New kind of competition show. Not really like a lot of these kinds of shows are more obstacle courses, like the Beastmaster or American Ninja Warrior. This one is more kind of CrossFit competition, I would say. More power, less cardio. Tournament style, just like all the other shows. But, you get, I think, 4 competitors, it's probably double that. So you get 8 competitors, half women, half men. And then each episode, there's different competitions. And then they go to a finals. And after the finals, they're part of the Ultimate Titan Championship challenge. So like the finale, the last 2 episodes are basically the finale to find the Titan, the 2 Titans, the female and male Titan. And it's a really fun show. I enjoy these shows. I like the obstacle course shows. I've talked about Beastmaster on past podcasts, maybe not this one. Which that one has an interesting take on the obstacle course because they have commentators for each country that's involved. So they have 15 different commentator duos commentating on the obstacle course. The USA chant is a little bit too much for the first season, but they definitely toned it down for the second season. But a fun show. There's fun shows that I like to have on, especially if I'm doing work. Like editing video, editing Photoshops, painting, just something where I don't necessarily have to be paying attention. There's some breaks where I can kind of look down and, look up and I'm listening to stuff. But it draws out emotions in me is reason why I watch. I mean, I get emotional rooting for these people. You get a little bit of their backstory. You get... so you get invested emotionally in these people sometimes not so much. But, it's all like overcoming adversity, never giving up, which, also expresses itself in the challenges. There's one specific one where it's they have to climb up. The competitors have to climb up this ladder where some of the rungs are missing in the ladder. Once they get to the ladder, there's this giant curved catwalk that starts off narrow, and in the center, it gets at its thickest point, and in the center there's this wall that will swing along with the catwalk. So you have to get up there and get to the wall and start pushing it to push the other person off. And you'll see there's a few in this season where it got all the way to the edge of the person getting pushed off, and somehow they were able to push back. There were some really crazy moments in the show. Super inspirational. I shared one of those, a clip from one of the episodes, one of the contestants who actually lost in that competition. I forget what they call it, but with the wall that gets pushed, he wasn't able to get up the ladder as fast as the other guy who was a lot smaller. The guy I'm talking about, the clip that I showed at Swipe Up a few weeks ago, basically only had 2 fingers on one of his arms, on one of his hands, or one of what I don't know what you call it. And his arm is a little bit shorter, and he wears a prosthetic normally, but he took his prosthetic off in dramatic fashion before starting the competition, and just a yoked dude, giant dude, somebody that overcame his difference and was able to still do all of the things that people do in gyms to work out and get and bulk up and get fit. And one of those, it's just so many. I used to wake up in the mornings and go through Reddit videos, right? Just see what new videos were popular on Reddit for the day. And there was always these motivational things for CrossFitters. It's always working out and these motivational speeches and mixed with visuals of just amazing things that people do. And it's a way I used to hack my brain back when I worked at a job that I really hated and hated my life and was really depressed. It was a way to hack my brain to just have energy for the day. is to watch these like CrossFit motivational videos. I don't really have any desire to do CrossFit, and I never really got CrossFit as like, you know, competing workout competition, which this is, I would say, is a lot more. They don't use your standard weights and things, but they do use extremely heavy things, and they're very much kind of form definitely will help you go through the obstacles a lot faster. But it's definitely more of a CrossFit competition, where seeing it in this light in the Titan games made sense to me. It's like, okay, I get it. You know, it's fun. It's competition's always fun. It always helps push you to do more than you thought you could. So in that way, I get it. When instead of just like lifting weights, like I can do like 300 pull-ups or whatever, and then I have to run over and carry these sandbags to a finish line. That never like I never got it because people get injured. I'm like, so you're exhausting yourself so that you end up using bad form, and because you use bad form, you get injured. It's like I don't get it. I don't get what you're doing. But now I get it. You know, I mean, there's so many different outlets. If you're a fit person, if you're an active person, for doing these kind of fun things like, you know, color runs or Spartan races or CrossFit. I don't really have a desire to compete in any of those things. I'm not competitive in those ways. I'm competitive with myself in a lot of ways, doing what I do. But I still draw a lot of motivation because it's a long, dark road trying to make your dreams fucking take root and grow and push through that goddamn soil so you're not buried in the darkness anymore. And, you know, whether, you know, I'm not no longer having to hack my brain every morning to wake up, but I still need those doses of like inspiration, even though it's coming from something that, I mean, the same kind of thing that I enjoy while watching the UFC is just like giving up is the only way to guarantee failure. You never know. You're not psychic. You don't know when you're going to break through. You don't know when all of the work that you've done pays off. Like, you won't know. It's like being on that fucking wall, on that catwalk, and pushing the wall and being down to like 2 feet left before you're pushed off the ledge. And you're pushing, you stop the wall, and it doesn't feel like it's going to move, and it just feels like you're there forever. And eventually, if you don't give up, the other person's going to get tired. Eventually, the other person's going to make a mistake. Or you're going to find a crack in the universe, and you're going to work your way through it towards your goal. And, yeah, the Titan games is really fun. It's cool to see The Rock. I enjoy everything he does, except for all the choreographed stunt work that he used to do. But the Titan games as a host, I really enjoyed it. And it's just a fun, if you like those motivational kind of videos, then you probably love the Titan games. It's fun. It's just on Hulu. I mean, it's on NBC also. I watched it on Hulu. The first season's the full season's up, so you can binge the whole thing. It got released weekly. You know, they don't do the binge thing with NBC yet. So, you know, you have to wait for the next week. And the season's over, so I decided to finally talk about it and, you know, just share it's not like deep entertainment. You're not really getting depth out of it, but it gives you that whatever chemical gets released or hormone gets released in your head to like see people like succeed and strive and, you know, motivate you, inspiration. It's a drug. It's a little bit of a drug. So go check it out. The Titan games. New episodes of this show, The Ray Taylor Show, come out daily. Subscribe on IGTV and everywhere else podcasts are found. You can binge the full week in advance over at patreon.com/inspireddisorder. InspiredDisorder.com for all of my original artwork. Help me break through to see the light and start affording to live and not being one step away from being homeless. InspiredDisorder.com for that. At Ray Taylor for me on all social media. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and never give up. Don't give up on your dreams. Just keep working, keep pushing, keep trying, keep growing, keep learning. Peace out!